occasionally, mate, but when we ain't got... My wife says if they've got a big exhaust, they've got a little willy. And my wife is never wrong. But it's nice having a place that's dead local, mate, and mostly okay. I've been in woods, and that's my best thing, it's my best thing. That's coming out the boys for the boys. You had water? Right, good morning ladies and gents and anybody that's confused. Spooky Woods there. Lovely sunny day. It's going to be very hot. And yeah, a lot of people got a lot of stuff on. Des has popped over, so that's me and Des and Baldrick, the man at the old COVID spot. And yeah, immediate actions: get me chair up and get a brew on. Oh, actually, give Mr. Baldrick water, as we see there, because it's going to be a very hot day for him. But he's in the shade and all that. And there is Plan B, ladies and gents. If it's too hot over here, the missus will come and pick him up. But there he is now. He's been on his skeleton patrol, hasn't he? Any gooks in the wild, Baldrick? Nah, Dad, we're alright. He can smell bacon. That's what brought him back, isn't it? He can smell bacon. He goes, oh, I love you, Des, don't I? I love you, Des. No gooks in the wild, Dad. Nah. There you go. And obviously Matilda pack. You know, that's oh, another noisy exhaust there, little Willie. Matilda pack, just use, well, it's packed and I'm just using this one quite a bit now, and it's one of the few packs people know who watch my films know I'll always mod something. I haven't found nothing on it in the mod on this one, but there we go. And oh Des, have you got the Matilda pack? Oh. Immediate action, obviously, infantry is get a burr on. Now, some of you know the Swedish 123 stove, pretty very much getting on with this. Now, I normally bring a little, container with some petrol to warm it up because it works by vapour. But I'm just going to use this now. This hand gel has gone back to normal prices and nobody's got any problem getting it now. £1 from the pound shop. I'm going to give it a try just because it's longer burning. I want to see if that will do better than dropping a bit of petrol in there, because sometimes you have to prime it twice, right? With a little stick, just whap some round there and see if I can get that going, ladies and gents. But anyway, I'll let you know how that goes. Other than that, Des is getting the bacon on and Baldrick's on guard. Not there he is, isn't he? Yeah. He loves it, he loves coming out in the woods. Right, ladies and gents, yeah, I just bunged a bit down there, not too much, and it's keeping that flame on there a lot longer than petrol, which quickly blows out. So I'll give that a light now and see if that comes to life. I don't know why my camera went off there, ladies and gents. Yeah, lighted first time, so from now on, as opposed to dropping a bit of petrol down there, a little bit of hand cleaning, the alcohol gel, didn't take a lot at all, far better than the petrol. So, and also if I need to get a fire going, I'm not going to start, a little bit of that even on a wet fire will get you going as well, and that don't weigh no more than the priming petrol I used to carry as well. Anyway, get a run. Oh yeah. Well, me and Des have been catching up and having a chat and so forth, but here you can see it's done it twice. A few drops of the hand cleansing gel, just drop down, set it on fire, ladies and gents, as you would normally do, and it will just heat it up and vaporise the fuel. It seems to be a lot better than actually using petrol to do it, as I was doing previously, because people said that's what they did. I just think the hand gel, just whazz a bit in there, it's not a great deal, and it just burns for a lot longer. Petrol burns off quite quickly, and you may have to use 2 or 3. Well, I was even bringing out a little pipette to do it. But yeah, no, that's for me now, that's bang on that, and I do love this little stove. One, it really heats up your water quickly, and 2, it's kind of all fits in there, little coffee pot, and you know, the China doll effect, and I always love that, as you know. Right, ladies and gents, there's a little bit of kit. I think it's a lot of potential, especially for the Lavu guys or anybody with a TP type tent, or even converting a 3x3 into a Lavu type setup. Rough Timber, I've known him a goodly long while now. He's producing these, and obviously it's on one of them laser printers. What do I call them flash printers, mate?
It's, I think it's like a 3D printer.
Yeah, 3D printer anyway. So he's banging these out. So on any shelter that you wanted to build, just a little something, don't really weigh a great deal. 3 poles. I'm not going to insult people's intelligence. Different lengths, so you choose the length, how far you want to take it up and down, and you can wrap your poncho, you know, your tarp round it, or it will replace the centre pole. Now I had a what's the tent there, Dave?
Oh, what, the Alux?
Yeah, the Alux, and I was going to bring that out only where I thought I had the Alux in this bag, because I went to the preppers meet. I put my waterproofs in there instead, so I'm out next Thursday, and I'll be having to play about with that. But tightwood, I love this. It's left some holes in there, and all I've done is threaded some paracord through there, and put a little ring pull on there, so that would be where my light would go down inside the shelter. You know me, always modify something, but yeah, I'll give that a bit. I'm going to play with this literally next Thursday when I come out, only because I'm a bit of a daft twat. I've had a bit of an F on the kit today because I forgot to bring water, but never mind, Des has got some. Yes, ladies and gents, so I think that's a cracking idea, and it's got a bit of it's got quite a bit of usage on that, but I'll bring you back for that later on. Right, ladies and gents, what I've done now is just going through one of the patches on my Matilda, and this is my general field fire kit. It's in a little pencil case, a little pouch, keeps it all together. I've got to be honest, I can't remember what's in this one. I haven't pulled it out for a long time. So we'll just have a look and see what's what. See what I've got in there. Ow! Loads and loads of fat wood, and we all love fat wood, don't we? Oh, there's a bit more fat wood. There's a candle in there, and some more fat wood. And fat wood's always good. Love the smell of it. And these are sort of things I've done, you know, like the cotton wool cleansing pads and so forth that the ladies use. Dip them in a bit of wax. Open it up like that. Right, we were just interrupted there by my wife who's finished work. She did give me a call because she wanted to know, is it too hot for Baldrick over here? She didn't ask about me, did she? No, she went, do you want me to come over and get Baldrick, who's just now chasing a fly, because if it was too hot or whatever, she'd come and pick him up, bless him. But no, he's okay. He's nice and shaded in here anyway. Ladies and gents, right, so we were and confused, sorry, don't forget the confused. This is it, and you know, like little things like that, ladies and gents, and because I've got no idea, I've done it that long ago. Do a little fluff up and stuff. You can all do these, nobody needs to buy them, takes some minutes to do with a bit of melted wax. Do that, so, you know, always makes a liar out of you, but there we go. All right, fair enough. I'm just doing a little bit of check to make sure, you know, you make up these little kits, you bung them in your webbing and so forth, and best to get them out now. A little bit of review what you got in there. So it was loads of fat wood, loads of stuff like that. Ladies and gents, if you've not come across these, it's called a tampon. All right, ladies keep it a secret, but oh, and I've got a little open hole in there, so even if I just had that, I've still got the ability to shave stuff off and so forth. You pick these up for 8 or 9 quid. They're absolutely brilliant little knives. I'm going to take that off now because I will burn myself. And that's all you need to get your fire going. I will pick that up and take that home with me, but ladies tampon. Don't have to cut it in half, but take your plastic off, proper fluff them up. The Megatron ferro rod given to me by a very good friend, and he will know who he is. That just sits in one of my pouches because it's so big. Make sure, right, let's do things properly, don't save on safety. Cotton wool Bosch, there you go. And you see what I mean there, ladies and gents, they're dead easy to carry. Do have some applications in first aid, but you don't push them in a bullet wound. And they come waterproof as well, and you can go in the cabinet and nick them, but your missus will have a go at you. But anyway, ladies and gents, there's another one. See what else we got in the kit there. Oh, so I've got lots of you get about 5 of these for out the pound shop. Vaseline. Oh, there's 2 reasons for having Vaseline in your kit. That's Catty. He's sat in my chair over there. He just put 2 fingers up to me. Bless him. There's a little. I'm forever doing this because these are like. I think these stuff like this is top pocket kit. I've obviously wrapped a bit of tape around there and that. So have a look what we got in here because I can't remember. Oh, here we go. Right. Give one of these a go. Well, they're strike anywhere matches, but obviously inside and away from the tin or away from the matches is the bit of strike. They are strike anywhere matches, but the thing is, we all know they'll strike anywhere until you really need one to strike, and then they won't because it's wet or damp. Let's just waz a match out, and these are your Swan Vestas. As we all know, they'll light anywhere, but let's just go with that. And all I just want to see is see an ignition on them. I'm going to strike a match here, aren't I? There we go. No reason to have some matches in there. Again, there's loads of other stuff I could light off this onto that, but yeah, Swan Vestas, pick up the pack. And I always do little tins and stuff like that, and I've got some, obviously some cotton wool in there, which when I pack it up I'll put back in there. And you go into the pound shop and you get the cotton, you've got to get the cotton mops, and you've got a lifetime supply of little firelighters, and all you do is you grab it there, you drip it in, you know, in the actual wax. This wax happens to be green. Flick it all up. Let's see if I do this one. Again, little fire starters, ladies and gents. I'll do it like that. And there we go. Well, I fluffed it up a bit more, it'll come sooner. But yeah, it's going to burn for a long while. It's going to hit the wax now, and job done. And that's off a pound shop mop. You just cut them as long as you want them. Always have one bit of the thing, your actual rope, not actually wax, because that's hard to start then. But all you do is when you wiggle that to open it up, you drop the wax into your, you know, your little tinder bunch, because you'd pick it up and go with that, ladies and gents. But here, let your eyes be your guide. You know, that's going to be long enough in the wet and so forth to get a fire going. So again, I'm going to crack on. Let's see what else we've got in there. And as you'll see the silky 180. That makes a blinding little scraper. And to the gentleman who passed me this, is one of the best ferro rods I've ever seen. I mean, look at that. Oh, I love it. And this will be here when I'm dead. It's that big. Oh, loads of bits and bobs. Oh, and the old wood fire starters and so forth. You've all seen them. Loads of stuff in there. And just loads and loads of fire starting stuff. Oh, here we go. So look what's in here. Oh, some more matches and so forth. and there's a striker bit there, but it's the other side, ladies and gents. These are tiny tins. You get 50 of these for about, I don't know, some quids and so forth. I always have some of these in my top pockets, and generally you've got a sleeve pocket on most smocks and so forth. It's totally waterproof. Me and David Fair set one of these alight when it was actually, we dunked it in water and set it alight, ladies and gents. Where's me TV Fergus? And there we go. Boom. Tiny Tims. Sorry, Tiger Tims. I'll stick a picture of them. They're supposed to be barbecue lighters, but you know, crack on, ladies and gents. You let your eyes be your guide on that. And you can carry half a dozen of them in your top pocket in a little bag. You never know they're there. Inside your smock or somewhere like that. Multiple, some in your bag, some on your belt kit and that type of stuff. So you'll always have it when you need it, and let your eyes be your guide. That's proper on it. But for the cost of a Costa coffee, you can get 50 of these things. I'm still on my first tin as well. Those tiny Tims,
Yeah,
Tiger Tims.
Tims,
Yeah.
good, aren't they?
Yeah, I'm going to put that out, ladies and gents. I'm going to be very careful. I'm doing it on a metal tin because we're in a very, very dry forest, and it is a pine forest. Right, ladies and gents. And this tin I carry about with me anyway. Ooh. Right, ladies and gents. The actual meat of this thing is, when you absolutely, positively got to have some fire, and there's two reasons for having this bit of kit in your kit, okay, is Brasso. Ooh, sorry. There we go, you can see it in there. Tin of Brasso probably costs you in the order of £3. Less than a cup of coffee on the high street. When you absolutely, positively got to have fire, Brasso, go to it. Let's have a look. Only weighs 75 grams. It's a lovely tin. I mean, Des has ironed this up. He wants to put a little hole in it and use it for his char cloth. That's what I call you, char cloth Dave, Des. Ladies and gents, two reasons to carry this in your kit. One, it'll help you restoring and keeping your knife. And there's a big old wedge of it in there. It's moist, don't let it dry out. It still works when it's dry, but not as good. Now you see all that, I just want to make sure, I'm going to come over again, try not all that horribleness on your blade, and that could be one of your knife blades and that as well. It'll help you clean it off. And when you leave it and you don't wipe it off, as far as I know, it will just stay on there, and it gives your blades some protection, and you know, to restore your blades and so forth. So that's a very good reason to have some of it in your kit. Another reason, don't matter, when you absolutely, positively got to have some fire, ladies and gents. Brasso. And so, I mean, as far as I was concerned, if you said to me I could only have one thing that I could start fires with, in inclement sort of, otherwise, you know, we can all do the feather sticking and all that, it would be Brasso, ladies and gents. £3, old soldier's trick. Let your eyes be your guide. But yeah, tin of Brasso, and you can even use the tin later on as a Brasso tin. It's in there. If you take this out and put it into something else, make sure it's a metal, because it can, the impregnated stuff it's got on here can sort of melt plastic. I put some in a Tic Tac tube for once, and then I come back and it kind of melted it, you know, like the old Tic Tac plastic. But there you go, ladies and gents, when you absolutely, positively got to have fire, Brasso. Right, ladies and gents, I smoke. I've got to try and reduce my smoking, but so when you see this, I've had this one here you're looking at for well over a year, probably, yeah, since I bought it at the start of the lurgy. It's the second one that I bought. It's a Soto lighter. I was on a quest for a lighter that just wouldn't give up. We've all seen the jet flame ones, and you have to ponce about with so many different fuels that they don't really work, and they're quite heavy. But this thing's quite light, ladies and gents. It's got a lovely window in it with a bit of silver the other side, so you can see how much juice you got into it. It will take any gas on the planet, okay? And I've tried all different ones just because they're there. Even though, like, you know, you get a can of gas off the, you know, out of the pound shop and so forth. It will, from a butane gas canister, you know, like on your gas burners and so forth, filled with that. So it's multi-fuel, ladies and gents. I've had this well over a year, probably lighting it God knows how many times, because I smoke roll-ups and they frequently go out. So boom. I've got no problem hesitating in recommending this, especially if you're not a smoker. You're going to spend sort of £17 to £20. Yeah, I'll drop a link in there. It's no skin off my nose. I've paid me money for this. And I always say let your eyes be your guide, and I'll show you why my eyes are a very good guide on this one. Okay, so it's got everything you need. You can see how much food you've got in it, and it'll also do that. And you know, there's a bit of a, it's proper on it, ladies and gents. I'll just stick that over there. That's a bit of the old Brasso that was just left over. And all I've done is got a little lanyard hole there, and that's round my neck 24/7. No hesitation. I've had it well over a year. Never caused me a problem. And you're always buying 2 or 3 lot, you know, like the pound shop or the, you know, off the market stalls, the little, you know, jet flame ones. They never last very long, mate. Very frustrating. But that one's there. I think you bought one of them, mate, didn't you?
Yeah, I bought it on your recommendation.
You've always got on with it. So I always say that thing, let your eyes be your guide. Mrs. wanted to get me a little present, I don't know, it's Christmas or something like that, off the boys. So, you know, like, and I'll show you here is like me top pocket kit, ladies and gents. There's a little ferro rod, so I know I'm doubling up. There's my little ferro rod, and got me little sog knife in there. This will always be in my top pocket, ladies and gents. There's my little blow tube, and I really do rate them. I thought they were a bit gaylord when I first saw them, mate, but if you've got to get a fire going, bosh. Especially in the wet, getting the oxygen to it, ladies and gents. And here we see is another one that I bought, so not very often, and that's in my top pocket kit. Okay, that one I bought because I wanted it, and I bought another one. She wanted me to, you know, spend sort of 20 odd quid on stuff for the boys, but that's just my little top pocket kit there, my emergency. I've got something to cut, something to light, and a ferro rod in there. And as I say, that tube, the fire kit that you just saw, you know, you get loads of these, and when I go home I'm going to drop one of them in there, because I probably made that so long ago I wasn't using the older extendable tubes. So ladies and gents, that's always my top pocket kit. Sorry, it's not really in short there. And what I do there and that as well, and I've used them, so they're there. Do you know when nothing else, you haven't got nothing else, the Tiger Tims, you can push a few of them in there and you see how they went up, ladies and gents. But yeah, the Soto lighter, let your eyes be your guide. I was very impressed. It's up to you. And I always say to people, you know, when you've got your big lighters or the little pound shop ones, they're going to let you down. And it's got a massive old tank on it. I recommend this every day of the week and twice on a Sunday, ladies and gents. Especially if you're a non-smoker. You know, 17 quid, what can you get that? You can't even get a takeaway for that, can you? But I guarantee you've not had any problems with your one either, mate, have you? Any old shit gas it will take and that type of stuff. This is not gaylord, ladies and gents. And especially if you're a non-smoker, have one lighter that you know is not going to let you down. When you're out and about, put it round your neck on a little lanyard, and if necessary, you know, well, we've just done the peppers, mate. That was round my neck. Yeah, in a sleeping bag. So you know, yeah, I've always got it with me, and it's not let me down, ladies and gents. With crap, I'll tell you, and I'll tell you not to buy one. But let your eyes be your guide on that, Soto. I'll drop a link down. So if anybody wants to go and have an investigate, you've got a starting point. Have a mooch about it, see where you can get it cheapest. It's not, you know, but I think for 20 quid, I like it, what, 50 times a day, you know, the time it goes out and that, ladies and gents. Yeah, so I'm just having a bit of a firebug day here, really, aren't I?
Yeah, why not? Why not?
Yeah, I didn't bring the tent over, did I? I was going to play about with that. All right, ladies and gents, yeah, as I say, good kit. I want to pay me money for it as well. Right, ladies and gents, I just want to shout out, I don't do shouts out, but mention in dispatches, and I think most of you know that, absolute top geezer. At the prepper meet there, I was very annoyed with myself, because as I was going round, I kept my money in a special pocket, but inventory, proper take the piss, lads, because it's there, bang on, it's like losing the magazine off the rifle or something like that, genius. Bending down and so forth, looking at all the ponchos. When I got back to, you know, my little area, I thought, blimey, that pocket's open, so I looked and the money was gone. I tell you, it was 195 quid. I just bought a pair of trousers, actually the ones I got on for 4 quid, hence I got my money out with a paper clip around it. And that was put in a safe place, so, you know, hey ho, I'm human like everybody else, I make a mistake. And I kind of ripped that off. I thought, that's the last I'm going to see that. I thought, I'll have a strong coffee and a fag, calm down. I was annoyed with myself, not like, money's just paper when you think about it, with the Queen's head on it. I'd had enough money to buy anything else I wanted. So I just kind of sat down, had my coffee brew, and I went, I only told one person, and that was Alan, who I muck about with. He's gone for a bit of a mooch about after I'd gone for a mooch about, and I thought, that's it. So I was having a little kip, and Darren, Funky Prepper, come over, and he said, Ed, you've lost something, ain't you? I said, yes I have, mate. And he said, what's what? And I said, well, it's money. He's got a paper clip around it, and told him exactly how much. And then Darren, Funky Pepper, handed it back to me. Chav Customs, absolutely brilliant bloke. It just gone down. He had a poncho sale, because he's a bit like me, he's a sale upperer. So I'm going to give, it's mentioned in dispatches, that's of the highest order, ladies and gents. Never expected to see that money again. And it's come back to me, and that's karma coming back to me. And I'm going to make sure karma goes back to him. So I went over, thanked the guy, you know, profusely. I wanted to give him a drink, as you do, like, you know what I mean, just for the sheer kindness. It's like it restores your faith in human nature and stuff like that. So he wouldn't take money. I dropped you know, some dollar in his pocket, and then when I gets home, that money I shot him, he's donated to Macmillan Cancer, because that's the one his missus supports and that. So with me, as you know, he don't know it yet, but I've got something he wants, very unique. He will know what it is, and it's rarity, and I'm just going to send that to him, and I know that'll make his day, because I like to give karma a helping hand. So Chav Customs, I put a little link down to him, because one of the things I get asked is, Ed, can you do this, can you do that? There were several people at the preppers meet. You all know I do bits and bobs modifying my kit. I don't have the capability or the time to do it, but Chav does. So I'll drop his Facebook page in there if you want some side patches on your burgers and stuff like that. He's your man to do it. He's proper on it. Still serving snipers now. When we was having a talk, he was modifying an Alice drag pack. That's a pack they drag along behind them. But so Chav's mate, seriously, honestly, and I'm not ashamed. Well, I was gutted, not because of the monetary value, that I'd lost something and I shouldn't have done it. I should have zipped my pocket up, and I thought, that's gone, don't let it ruin my weekend. And you know the sequence of events now, because he said to Darren, who was kind of like running to me, anybody's dropped any money, mate, let me know, because I've just, and that's how it happened. So it kind of restored my faith in human beings. Somebody else, when I spoke about it later on, said, sort of covered it, and I think, they said, well, if I was at a football match and I didn't know anybody, I noticed some dollar on the floor, I put my foot on it, it'd probably go in my skyrocket. But not at a place where we're all the same and all that. So, Chav, mate, mentioned in dispatches, thank you very much, mate, and I am going to get you back, sir. It's called karma, sir, and hopefully tomorrow I'll get something posted off, mate. But top banana, mate, you're a top bloke. And I knew that anyway, but again, we're a blinding little community, ladies and gents, blinding little community. There's my little story, my confession. I don't often lose stuff being infantry, you think that's genius, but actually the sequence of events there just off the scale. So Chav, I really do appreciate that, mate. So does Mr. Baldrick. And Baldrick tried to bone he's got a, what they call a French bulldog, and Baldrick tried to bone him as well. Oh no, Baldrick. I've got a key dog. Right, this is last will and testimony of Mike Tightwood. Des obviously has taken a shine to that, which is a magnificent rod, WBL Dave. He gifted me that. It's a 50 caliber round there, and a Megatron. It just fits in my pouch. So Des, seriously, here it is, sir. If I die, when I die, and it'll be still this is going to outlive me, I bequeath this to you in my will, sir. Right, so it's on record. That will be bequeathed to Dave. Yeah. Right, mate? Sorry, Des. No, yeah, it's legal now, sir. It's legal. Yeah, right. I am of sound mind as well. And he's not got a knife to me rib cage. All right. No, when I go, Dave, that's got your name on it, mate.